Arlington, Texas. We're live inside Globe Life Field. Tuesday baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. First pitch coming your way next. Starting on the mound in this one, Jack Leiter. What's the word on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Now we check out the Astros lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, but it certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Isaac Paredes, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Ball one.
Just starting out here in Arlington. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Overhand curve. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the Rangers will get their first crack. We're scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Globe Life Field, and towing the mound for Houston in this one, Jason Alexander. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him. Jock Peterson stepping in for the Rangers. And a foul ball. Right side. Walker steps on the bag. One gone, bottom half of the first. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity, as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Now here's the Rangers DH, Alejandro Ozuna. That misses. And that is ball one.
Ball
He's
two.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
On to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Up next for the Rangers, Brandon Nimmo. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. That is the inning. We head to the second in Arlington. No score. Back in Arlington, all set for the start of the inning. So the Texas Rangers are hovering around 500, about a third of the way into this season. And Singy, for a team that was a popular preseason pick, is that a disappointment?
I'd say so, Boog. They were supposed to be among the best in the league. Instead, they're in the middle of the pack so far. That's not to say they can't turn it on and start cruising up the standings, but they need to start showing something soon.
Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. Out towards right center field. And there's one away. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Circle change. Low inside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Circle change. Low inside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
On the ground. Foscue. Handles, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. 2 down, base is empty. Cam Smith up next for the Astros. That one hammered, but pulled foul. No score here in the second.
Outside.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Sinker. Middle inside.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back in Arlington, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. There's a line drive to left field. 1 down. And here is Evan Carter. Carter throws right, bats left. He made his major league debut in 2024, and he was a second-round pick in 2020.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
1-1 now.
Ball 2.
In the air, left field, and that'll get down for a hit. And that's a 1-out single.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner on the move. There's
That's
a ball. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Man at second. Can't make contact with the sweeper. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. Right there, they were giving him a steal at third base. Didn't check his lead. Catcher doesn't throw very well, so you got to take that back. Get your team that much closer to scoring a run.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Foscue leads off first with one away. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And it gets by him. Headed for the plate. And they lead by 2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Danny Jansen in the box now. Takes strike 1. Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-2. Got it. 2 down.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Next to hit, Michael Hellman. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. This one in the air, center field. Myers under it, and the inning is over. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Rangers 2 and the Astros nothing. This is on to the 3rd inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Zach DeZenzo.
Circle change. Low middle.
Ball 1.
Slider. Middle outside.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Slider. Low outside.
Got him swinging.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
High middle.
Now it's going to be Nick Allen. This one in the air, center field. Carter drifts towards it. Out number 2. Christian Vasquez, the hitter.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. Got the bat going too soon, and strike 2.
Low inside.
He goes down looking. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're dialed into the show. Back at Globe Life Field as we go to the last of the 3rd. Jock Peterson stepping in for the Rangers. Ball 1 there. Foul ball. In the air to left center. And there's 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Ozuna in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The 0-1.
Ball.
In the air, right field. Smith on the move. That's out number 2. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Pulls that one foul. And the 0-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. So runner at second, 2 down. Ezekiel Duran now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. First offering, and it just misses.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number.
And that'll do it. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. On to inning number 4. It's the Rangers 2 and the Astros nothing. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. On to the 4th. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Paredes batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul.
Middle outside.
The 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Circle
Now it's
change.
Yordan Alvarez.
Low
Ball.
middle. 4-seam fastball. High outside.
Line drive, base hit right field. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Big spot late in this one, and here's Christian Walker.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Circle change. Low inside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back in Arlington, bottom 4, Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. Alexander back to work.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Ground ball right side. Walker takes it to the bag, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Justin Foscue stepping in for the Rangers. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Chopper right side. Gets it to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's McCutchen. It was a triple and an RBI in his first at bat.
Yeah.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
Stays alive. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. That one way inside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That is the inning. Rangers go down quickly there, but they're on top 2-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Cam Smith.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
DeZenzo, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Catcher challenge will take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
That's to third, and that chance handled. Slings it across, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th. Nick Allen digs in now.
High outside.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Middle outside.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Low outside.
That misses the zone. And the count 1-2.
Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Outside with a breaking ball.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Danny Jansen.
Outside.
This one in the air right field. And it drops in. And the leadoff man aboard. Michael Hellman stepping in for the Rangers. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there, 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Astros for the first time. Number 75, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Pearson also getting ready. 0-1 now. That's to third. To second, there's one. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Here is Jock Peterson. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And it's going to stay a strike. Still 1 challenge left for them. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Out towards right center field. Smith settles underneath it. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Rangers. They're up 2-0. Back at Globe Life Field. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. So digging in, Christian Vasquez.
The catcher, number 2, Christian.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Base knock right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And a base hit. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Paredes in the box now. Takes strike 1. Next pitch is outside.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And a 1-2. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He circles the bases, and the Astros jump in front. It's 3-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Hitters today are looking to pull the ball and get it in the air. Even on a breaking ball away, does a nice job of staying square to the plate, allowing his arms to get extended, and get good wood to it.
Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. On the ground to third, Durant. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base, regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Myers in the box again, takes a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. 2 away now. Cam Smith will hit next. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Low inside.
On the ground to third. They get the force. That ends the frame. Houston brings in 3 on this homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 75. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Bottom half of inning number 6 from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. The Astros have some action in their pen. Brian Abreu, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Oker getting cranked up as well. And that is out of play.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field now.
Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Next to hit, Brandon Nimmo. Top of the zone for a called strike. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a foul ball. That one almost got him. Comes a 2-2. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And ball four there.
Take your
Tying
base.
run is on base. Challenge from behind the dish here.
Third baseman.
Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Ezekiel Duran, the next to hit. Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul. Two down, nobody on. Lifted in the air, right center field. He's got it, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They trail it 3-2. Back in Arlington, and stepping in for the Astros, Zach DeZenzo. Number 75 on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Seam fastball. Low inside.
Here's a high chopper. Peterson. He steps on the bag, and they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh. So next up for Houston, Nick Allen.
Outside.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Four seam fastball. High outside.
Fouled off. He was late.
Four seam fastball. High middle.
And the 0-2. That
Ball
one's
one.
upstairs. Ball one.
Four seam fastball. High inside.
And down on strikes. 2 away. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball,
Four-seam
why
fastball.
throw him anything else
High
until he
middle.
shows you he can handle it?
Vasquez into box again. Takes a strike.
Slider.
2 down,
Low
nobody on.
outside.
Here in the top half of inning number 7. Hit on the ground to short. Hellman. Over to first, and Vasquez is gone. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Astros 3 and the Rangers 2. Back at Globe Life Field, set for the last half of the 7th. Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Ball.
And that's a strike. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. A great play deep in the hole. So next to hit for Texas, Justin Foscue. On the ground, right side. To first, 2 gone now.
Up next for the Rangers.
Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit.
Number 4, Andrew McCutchen.
There's a line drive to left field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Rangers go down quickly there. They're down 3-2. We go to the 8th. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena. And a foul ball.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Slider. Low outside.
The 0-2. Line and a base hit into right. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. He's been a difference maker in this one with what he did back in the 6th.
No doubt, Boog, a huge 3-run homer, and it's one of the key moments in this game. Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count. Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
0-2 now. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Reaching down, makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Ball 1.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here! A 2-run homer, and they tack on to their lead. It's 5-2.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
One down, and now it's Christian Walker. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Slider. Low outside.
And that one hammered way back there. It's got a chance. Gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 6-2.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So next up for Houston. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. So out of the bullpen for the Rangers, Tyler Alexander.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Alexander fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. Fires in time.
You're out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Low outside.
Smith stands in now and watches strike one. Out to short. On to Peterson. Inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Now a 6-2 ball game. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Nate Pearson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now Michael Helmer.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Activity in the Houston bullpen. Tatsuya Imai getting ready to go. Ball to strike. The pitch. That smash towards center. And there's one down.
Up next.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Jack Peterson. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Chases that one upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Up the middle. A sliding stop at short. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Astros 6 and the Rangers 2. Back in Arlington, all set to start the 9th in this one. Zach DeZenzo getting ready to hit.
Low inside.
On a bounce right side. On to Peterson, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Nick Allen up next for the Astros. Right through there for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. Below middle.
Ball, no.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Circle change. Low outside.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. And a man aboard.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Vasquez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Change. Middle outside.
Ball 1.
Sinker. Low middle. Sinker. Low inside.
No.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Circle change.
Man at first, one away.
Middle outside.
And
Ball
that's
3.
down and away.
Cutter. Low inside.
High fly ball right field. Nimmo has a beat on it. And he makes the catch. Back to the top of the order. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena. And first offering is fouled off. Allen off of first with 2 away. That one fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside. Cutter. Low inside.
0-2. And they'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Right through there. Got it. 3rd out. So the Astros lead 1. They lead it 6-2. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Now here's the Rangers DH, Alejandro Ozuna. And he grounds one to the right side. Whips it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers. 1 for 3. Swing and a high fly ball to left. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Nate Pearson is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Tatsuya Imai will take over here.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
This one in the air center field. And that is the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can, perhaps push it up to double digits.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Let me talk to you. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to stay tapped in, yeah, yeah. Chasing you up, I don't need distractions, yeah, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. Guessless, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment. I don't got no time to pass it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can who the best is. What's the metric? Yes, it's me. Going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason.